Hey, good morning from Edmonton. Hey, guys and gals. I'd like to welcome you here to the stream, day 2 of YEGPIN 2023 in Edmonton, Alberta. And you're just going to hear my voice this morning, and you won't hear it at times because I will have to do all the moves until I get a partner. But it's good to have you all here. And we'll be getting started here in just a few minutes. The players are gathering. The brackets are being set up. Yeah.
Okay, things get a little more interesting today with how you've broken down in the A division, the B division, and the novice division. The tiebreakers have put you in the spots where you are if you were on the bubble. And that is a division that you will stay for the remainder of the tournament. So you cannot move within divisions. If you're in A division, you're in A division. If you're in B division, you're in B division. If you're novice, you are there. The top 28 in each division will make the finals for Saturday. So your play is imperative today. Your standings hold. So some of you have an advantage, some of you don't have an advantage. And you got to catch up to get into that 28. Okay? That's kind of how it all works at the end of the day. There are guys. Check the website. The website is very informative. It tells you lots of good stuff. What's that? I'll take a look. If not, then I will update the website for you in the middle of going and running your tournament and going and looking up calls for you. Let me know. Send your feedback to info@Pinball and we will go ahead and go and take your play and we will add it. Anything else I got for you? 5 rounds today, exact format, 3, 2, 1, 0. Everything stays the same, all the machines are the same, they've all been repaired. Let's give a big hand to our technicians, man. One other big shout out, I know that I've already mentioned this, but Mr. Carl D'Angelo, man, the DTM program that we have today, some people struggle with it now, but it's a game changer for them. And if he didn't spend the hours and hours and hours that he does, only for purchase, but for the hundreds of tournaments that are out there that use the DTM software, this man is a pioneer. And he has really helped competition pinball get to the level that it is. So let's give a big hand to Carl D'Angelo.
So they're making some announcements here. Big props to Carl D'Angelo for the creator of the tournament software that we are using, and as a big thank you. And this was just random. We'll be covering Carl's group: Neil Kubath, Carl D'Angelo, Lauren Willard Scott, and Cody Tompkins. Division A will be covering Jungle Princess, Congo Trident, and Godzilla, as the players are now making their way. And looking forward to having you all here along with the ride today. And I'm going to be a little low key for a bit. As I said, I am solo for a little bit, and so, you know, as it goes, you know, it is the way it is, as the players, as you can see in the background there on the player camera, making their way, taking a look at the machines. But yeah, looking great. And so yesterday we had 5 rounds. And that was kind of the forming stage, the qualification stage, as players were jockeying for position into the divisions. And now, as we are going into rounds 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, the divisions have been formed. So now these players will be all formed up, and they'll be in their competitive divisions. And trying to improve and have good numbers going into the playoffs, which will be tomorrow. So schedule events would be today just like yesterday. These are going to be 2-hour round blocks. However, once this grouping or this round completes, these 4 games complete, then what will occur is we'll have a bit of a gap and a bit of a break. And then we'll kick it off again in the next 2-hour block. So this will go from 10 to noon local time here. However, what we've been finding is yesterday games were going pretty quick. And so you're going to have some opportunities after this bank of 4. Now, the players that you see there, Neil, Carl, Lauren, and Cody, that is not the playing order, but this is the group. And so we'll figure out, and, obviously, I know what a couple of these people look at here, but we do have a international contingent here in Edmonton, as we got players coming in all over the United States and North America. But yes, Carl, big props, Pinball. Definitely check him out. Now, these are going to be one-player games here on Jungle Princess. And we are off and underway. Round 6 has begun. And I'm really going to lean into the chat today, at least for a while, until we get a co-pilot here. And so that's a nice in-lane shot. Wow, what what incredible play here to just get started in the morning. Wake up. Could be the afternoon for you if you're on the East Coast. Having some lunchtime pinball. And man, this Jungle Princess is waking up interesting this morning, that's for sure. Wow. Whoa, almost back there. And after ball 1 with the bonus, that takes him to 27,240. So we'll update those standings there on the left-hand side, and you're going to see players, So if you can identify the players that are playing right now. So it looks like this is Cody Tompkins. Cody Tompkins leading off here on Jungle Princess. And now looking at ball number 4. So we've seen some incredible games on Jungle Princess. Honestly, Trident, that Trident game that we saw earlier, I still feel like the Seattle Mariners need to pick that game up. It's got the colors, it's got the theming, it's got some interesting shots for sure. But, there's something about these old classic games, especially, with how they're designed. Sometimes, they want you to slow it down a bit. Nice shot into that scoop. Nice 5K. And Cody is, as you can see there, from Sherwood Park, which is where we are. So he is local to the area. Didn't have to travel in, probably. Just a nice trip down the road. Now, the only unfortunate thing is, since I am running solo, I won't be able to fire off that funky music when we move the rig. So I'll have to trust on you guys to break out the dance to let everybody know when we're moving in place. I apologize. I mean, I'll hit the button when I walk away, but, it's not going to be long enough. So, nice shot in that scoop. Now, those scoops up there are big points. Those are, 5,000 a pop. And also on the ball 5, last ball, double bonus. So every drop target will advance that bonus. And right now he's looking at almost a, there you go, 20,000 bonus right now. Don't want to tilt that out, but good points here. So, and now As you can see, that light is lit on the right, and it will alternate. Man, that's a nice shot there. Another, man, 10,000 real quick shots. So now cleared the bank on both sides. And at this point, wants to get it down that aisle. But so far, with the double bonus, as you see, 13,000 in normal bonus, but that's ×2. Able to roll it over, light up the 100,000 point light. Really good ball here from Cody. Just keeping it in play, and you know, sometimes on these old classics, that's really all you got to do to start adding up those points. Good job they're not flipping just to get the ball down to the lower flipper. Some players just don't want to bother with those little flippers as much as possible. All right, and that's going to be it, as unfortunately we just lost the signal to the scoreboard camera. Hopefully that will come back here in a moment as the signal moves around, and there it is. 138,390 for Cody. So nice job. 138,390 for Cody Tompkins from the local area, Sherwood Park, suburb of Edmonton. And there's a wave there. I believe that is Lauren. And yeah, really, I agree there, DJ Warlock. Good flipping. Actually, good times not to flip in that game. Just trusting the angles and the shots. All right. So it looks like Lauren here is not afraid to use those small flippers. And remember, every drop target drop is 500 points plus. Nice nudge there. Now, this doesn't seem like one of those games where you're going to tilt and end your game, but I'm always a little cautious playing, personally when I play these old classics that, you don't want to give it too many beans. So obviously here, Lauren not afraid to use those little flippers. And just by looking at the angles of the machine, those little flippers are there to help make those upper scoop shots just a little bit easier, just based on those angles. However, we have seen that you can get those scoop shots from the main flippers on the lower part of the playfield. Ball 3 now. And there's something about the pace. Oh, almost came back in the field there. Ball 4. Gets a friendly carom, but unfortunate. So here we go, ball number 5. Now double bonus on this ball. So, this is where you really just want to keep the ball in play. Oh, nice carom into the scoop there, picking up 5K. And getting some friendly hits on those stand-ups. Ooh. Oh, almost looks like that could have been a missed flip opportunity, and looks like Lauren is going to finish with 64, 100. So this is Neil, and Neil making the trip from Seattle. And Neil just taking a bit of a breather. Totally okay on that. And he is the small flipper user as well. I mean, we've seen it with Cody that, you know, you just... Oof. He's going to take a breath. All right, that's unfriendly. That's, yeah. As we were saying yesterday, that's why, you know, that's where we're happy to have a 5-ball play. Because you're allowed that 1 or 2 or 3 a breathe. Yeah, I know, right? A little tired this morning. We had 9 hours of, oh man, that is unfriendly. Ball 4 now. But yeah, I had 9 hours of coverage yesterday, and back at it again today. Same schedule. And as you can see, you can get to those upper scoops with those lower flippers, and you know, not using those upper flippers is a good strategy. Just because of the fact that, you know, it puts a little bit of unknown. Oh. All right, so ball 5 here. Remember, double bonus. That double bonus light is lit. All those drop targets will advance bonus. And that is unfriendly, and I know not be happy with that game. I would not be happy with that game. I totally get it. 35, 800. So the score to beat is going to be 138,390. As Carl D'Angelo now steps up. Carl, i.e. Pinball. It never drains in Southern California in disc. And Carl, big props. So much awesome as he is done for the pinball community with some great software as well as some entertaining streams and GIFs. Just a really nice guy. And right now, he knows what he needs to do. He's watched 3 other players in front of him. Now, we have a great big video wall that is literally right behind the machines. So, you know, they can look up and see, you know, how other players are playing the game. Now, right after Carl is complete with his turn, I'll have to move the machine. So if you are motion sickness issues or anything like that, you're going to need to look away for a bit as we take care of that. Our next game is going to be Congo. And we're going to be making our Amy jokes and gorilla jokes. We can make movie jokes as well. I didn't see the movie Congo. Was that the one with Jennifer Lopez, or is that a different one? I always get... There was like an era of movies that were in the jungle. And so they all kind of, oh, that's Anaconda. Thank you, El Rocco. Yeah, I get them all, they kind of all get fuzzy. And that is not the Canadian beer. I wasn't able to get one last night. I was a little bit little bit, had too much, not like drink or anything. I was just tired. So unfortunately, we're having a bit of, as you can see, wireless interference, as can happen. Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Hey, I think we got some dancing as we moved. So, just to kind of give you guys a recap, because I know that the scores there did drop off greatly, but Cody Tompkins was able to pick up 3 points and finished with 138,390. Lauren picked up 2 points, finishing with 64,000. And Carl was able to pass Neil there on the last ball, 49,870. So Carl was able to pick up a point, and Neil, unfortunately, was 0. So the order is almost the same. It's going to be Cody, Lauren, Carl, and Neil, players 1, 2, 3, 4, as we play Congo. Now, as we've talked about yesterday, Congo's movie performance was not the greatest. However, this game design has had positive feedback and reviews for sure. There is a cool super skill shot if you're able to plunge softly enough into that left out lane on the fly. But you're going to see players trying to pick up those diamonds, those flashing football white shots there. And also that ramp on the left there that will collect those map letters, and then you'll see players trying to make the collection on the far right after it, right here. And there it is. So Cody here wanting to put up as big score as possible. We'd love to see another perfect streak. Yesterday, I believe we had 3 of them. And any player that has a perfect run in these rounds, then that is, 4 first-place wins, 3s across the board, will get themselves a cool commemorative coin that you can brag to your friends and family about. So here is Lauren now, going right into scoop, picking up a diamond. And these diamonds are important not only for points value, but as well as qualifying for those locks. And the design, little misflip there. Now, and another thing you'll notice too is there's a nice shiny sheen to those flippers, and that these are, as we heard about yesterday, these are precision flippers. The first time I've ever seen them in the wild. I've kind of heard of them, but they're kind of this machined, I want to say machined aluminum, and they're really cool looking. However, one thing that we have noticed on a lot of these machines is they're on there, and they're of the lightning variety, so they're a bit shorter than your standard flipper, which can make things even more challenging on a machine that is already set up to be hard as it is. And that is, you know, where, oof, no kickback glitz, and that is a really fast drain on the left out lane. So Carl, unfortunately, with a quick ball 1. And now here's Neil. Now you'll see there's that, you know, normal standard skill shot, you know, here on the left side. But obviously the super skill is all the way over to the left, and we'll see what he does here. And goes with the standard skill shot. And thankfully, even though there is no ball save, the machine is fair with something like that, where you hit the skill shot and then, you know, quick right out lane drain, you get that back. Oh, double danger, doesn't matter. And so quick ball 1 across the board for everybody, as Cody Tompkins now steps in for ball number 2. So I haven't seen a super yet, super skill shot, but maybe we'll see one. I gotta say, you know, one of the things that I like, you know, going back and seeing these, you know, older DMDs, dot matrix displays. Hey, look at that, super skill right there. And that is, with the color DMDs, you know, they kind of breathe new fun life into these older titles. And something that I just love seeing. You know, they look great, and I know there's going to be some purists out there that are like, no, I want the original DMD, and I get that. But man, there's something more when you add in the color for the Leafs and score and the volcano with the lava. It just looks really cool. So right now, this is Cody Tompkins. Ball 2. This is round 6 of the YEGPIN Match Play Championship 2023. We're live here in Edmonton, Alberta. My name is Chase Nunes. I run a channel called Geek Gamer TV here on Twitch, and I'm here today to help out Die Hard Pinball with some technical assistance and commentary, and just hanging out with you guys in the chat, because really that's why I'm here. I just want to hang out with chatters. So right now, 2 balls now locked in.